Here we are. Welcome back, friends. Tonight
Hey.
it will be another very special night. We have a sort of live party, stream party, because we are a lot of people tonight. Welcome to Catalyst Crime. Welcome, guys.
Guys.
We have
It's good to be here.
Zoe, KAELEN, and Jonah.
Yep.
And we are waiting also for another
For CHENA.
bandmate, CHENA.
Yeah.
And in the meantime, how are you guys?
Surviving. We're
So
alive.
let's start from Zoe and then.
I am surviving. I am taking a little trip to Los Angeles right now, actually, and it's beautiful here, so I really can't complain. Hey, there's our girl.
Yeah,
Hey.
welcome.
Hey.
Welcome.
How are you guys?
Good.
Hi, welcome. Okay, so we are all live. So
Yeah.
Zoe and KAELEN, how are you, KAELEN?
I'm pretty good. I just got back from a couple days up north, so I'm back in the city of Montreal. Back to a regular daily routine and work again. So,
Great,
but
great,
it's good because it was a nice little break.
Yeah.
great. What about you, Jonah?
Doing good. Things are a little crazy here in Minnesota right now, but the sun is shining, so positive vibes.
Guys, Jonah is a man with a lot of jokes inside. So be prepared to hear something fun tonight, right?
Yeah, maybe. Zoe says I'm not allowed to tell my dad jokes, so.
See, I've been stuck in a car with you for 6 hours before, and 6 hours in the car with you will do things to me. It's. I think I was breaking windows, screaming, trying to get out by the end.
Yeah. We ended up just listening to a lot of synthwave though instead of my dad jokes. So that was
thank God for synthwave. Thank God.
Yeah.
That was your reprieve.
We have also CHENA. Welcome. Can you hear us well?
Yeah, I can. How's everybody?
Very good.
Good.
Great.
I'm drinking water.
Me too.
Yeah.
Yeah,
1
me
gallon of
too.
water.
Best things.
Stay
Water.
hydrated.
No
Halfway
alcohol.
there.
Oh.
Coffee
Right,
over
you're
here.
right.
Well,
Coffee. Yeah.
old leftover cold coffee from this morning that I found. But
Great.
I won't let it go away.
There are
How bad is it?
too many guitar players tonight. I'm counting 4
Yeah.
guitar
I'm
players.
sorry for Jonah and for Zoe. Sorry, guys.
Again, it's a break from the dad joke, so you guys can talk gear all you want. So
Yeah.
Okay.
We will try not to talk only about guitars and stuff.
No.
But
Absolutely.
I can't promise. Okay, there are already some friends to say
Hey.
hi in the chat.
Okay.
Right, Fede?
Let's say hi to Jesse Caballero. Hi.
hey,
Hey.
What up?
Also to our good friend Darren. Hi, everyone. Hey, Darren. And okay, Jesse said, hope everyone is doing good. We are, absolutely. And then we have Ibrahim Del Carme says, hey, my friends, greeting to the whole squad of Catalyst Crime.
woo! Hi.
And
Almost the whole squad. Garrett couldn't make it, but
And the bassist.
yeah, of course. And he's asking me if what I'm drinking is water or vodka, but it's water, man, so don't worry. I'm lucid. It's water. Okay. Thank you. I appreciate it.
Is this a no vodka allowed party?
No.
Because if so, I've already broken the rules. So
Yeah. No, but I'm working right now. I can't drink on work.
Yeah.
You can't prove that you are drinking water or vodka.
I cannot do.
We will see after a few minutes
Yeah,
if you can talk.
How many?
or-
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, I think we can already start with our questions.
Yeah.
And the first one is very standard. So, when did you start singing, Zoe, and playing guitar and orchestration, Jonah?
I started singing before I could talk, according to my parents, that I was just kind of, humming and just kind of like vocalizing melodies when I was a baby. And a lot of my brothers and sisters have done the same thing, actually. My formal training didn't start till I went to university, though, where I studied classical vocals for 3 years.
Nice.
Okay. And CHENA.
Oh, when did I start playing guitar?
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah.
I started playing like when I started being interested in guitar like when I was like 13. I just like got into like, heavy metal and all that stuff, and I was just super interested. So I like got an acoustic guitar. It was like the shittiest guitar ever, like $20 or something, and I just like bought like a random like guitar chord book and just started teaching myself. And then I try to take it more seriously, jam with people, just teach myself like seriously. Like when I started, like I was like 16-ish, and then I just kind of took it from there.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. What about the other guitar player, KAELEN?
Well, I've had quite a journey with my guitar playing. I've been playing since I was 7 years old. But like I developed carpal tunnel syndrome in my wrist when I was about like 14, 15. And so at that point I stopped playing for a couple of years, and I actually got into singing and I went to college for singing afterwards. And then I kind of missed playing guitar so much that I was like, F it. I'm gonna like, just work on taking care of like my body and making sure I can still play. And it developed a different kind of way of playing for me afterwards, because I guess I wasn't striving to be virtuosic. I was kind of really focusing on my songwriting and the way I played, just to kind of work with what I got. And and since then, like I've been not having too much trouble, like ever since, and I've been able to play pretty consistently. It's just been great.
Perfect. What about you, Jonah?
I got my first keyboard when I was 6 years old, and my parents tried to put me in lessons and things like that, but my teachers all hated me because I never wanted to learn what they wanted to teach me. I just wanted to learn by ear, and so I never learned how to sight read music or write notation or anything like that. So I'm 100% self-taught. So I've been kind of dabbling in keyboards a little bit my whole life, and then but I was always really into film music, especially like when Jurassic Park came out. That was awesome. But when I discovered metal that had keyboards in it when I was in high school, and then I was like, okay, that's what I want to do with my life. So when I was 19, I joined a band called Pyramaze in Denmark. And I've been in that band for, about 20 years now. And I joined Catalyst a year ago or something, or 2 years ago. How long has it been, Zoe?
It's been almost 2 years, I think.
Yeah. So here I am playing the keyboards.
Very, very interesting. And when did you decide, guys, to become professional musicians? So which was the spark that brought you to this decision?
I think for me, when I was 12 or 13 years old, I heard my first symphonic metal bands, because I grew up with metal. I've listened to Iron Maiden and, Black Sabbath, etc., because of my dad. But it wasn't until I was 12 or 13 that I heard bands like Within Temptation, Nightwish, Epica. And the moment I heard my first songs in this genre, I was like, this is what I want to do with my life. I want to be a female singer in a symphonic metal band. And I went to university, like I said, for singing. And when I told them my plan was to work in heavy metal, my professors laughed at me and, said that would be a waste of my voice. Don't do it. They really didn't understand it at all. But I held on to it, and I'm like, this is what I want to do. This is who I am, because I get so inspired by this music and other bands in the genre, including, by the way, Ravenscry. I remember when your album came out 10 years ago. I heard it.
Really?
So for me, this is something that I've known I wanted to do since I was a young teenager, and I'm never giving it up.
Wow, that's great. And what about you, CHENA?
So I always wanted to do music. Like when I started, I had an acoustic guitar. I wanted to be a singer-songwriter, actually. I was like writing my own songs, and like that's kind of like how I started. I actually started as a singer as well, at least wannabe singer. So I would like sing in like my choir, and in school I was always part of that. I knew I wanted to perform. And like when I just started playing guitar, or got interested in guitar, it started as a way to like kind of accompany my singing. I just kind of like put the singing on the back burner, forgot about it, and just focused on guitar, because I loved it so much. And I've just kind of like it's always been part of my life. I always knew that I want to play in a band, and actually work on music and release something. So yeah, it's always kind of just been a part of my life, since I can remember, and just making sure that it stays a part of my life no matter what.
So
I don't think she's a wannabe, by the way, because I've heard her singing voice and it's actually very nice. So don't ever say wannabe.
So it was very spontaneous, very natural for you.
Yeah. I just fell in love with the guitar. It was so cool. And I just loved, like, when I was like around 12 or something, I heard Iron Maiden for the first time, and I was just like, this is so cool. Like I just kind of started getting into all of the shredders and all the shrapnel record players like Paul Gilbert, and just kind of dived in and taught myself as much as I could, and never actually took lessons.
Good stuff. What about KAELEN?
Yeah, for me, it was like when I was young, I kind of had that same inclination to kind of like go towards like wanting to perform and stuff. And I had a lot of like bands even early in like young ages. But I remember being in like seventh grade, my first year of high school, and being spotted by some like seniors who were just jamming and playing some music, and like they caught me at the end of my music class, just noodling on my guitar. And they asked me to join their basically a Kill Switch Engage cover band. And I was just like, fresh into high school. I'm like, all right, cool. But the thing that really got me was we were really great. And I was like, yo, there's like, the talent show. Like, let's bring some metal into like the talent show in school, in high school. And I realized then like the guys in the band were just really not motivated into doing anything more than just jamming. And I was like, damn, like I want to go way further than this, and like from that point on, I realized I need to find people who are committed like I am, who got the same drive, same kind of vision, right? So yeah.
How old was you? Were you?
I was 13 years old.
13. Okay. And then JONAH.
I think I've always known that I wanted to be a professional musician. I think from fourth grade and on, so I was about 8 or 9 years old. I played at like a talent show thing in elementary school for the whole auditorium full of people, and I loved playing live and the attention that I got and all that stuff. So when I was 18, and my dad kicked me out of the house, and he was like, go do something with your life. so I did. Yep. And I've been doing it ever since.
So it's your dad's fault.
Yeah, yeah, and he always bought me keyboards and stuff too, so he encouraged me. So
That's good.
Yeah, he's been very, very supportive of me my whole life. He's actually a famous poet, so I come from a very artistic family. Um, I'm the only musician in the family. Everyone else they're all writers and stuff like that. So yeah,
I think that it could be an advantage to be surrounded by artists anyway. Not
well, you know, artists are all very crazy and eccentric. So yeah. So I prefer the company of artistic people. You know, musicians and writers. I kind of fit in there, you know.
Anyway,
they're gonna annoy you, but at the same time, you're annoying back. So it's like we all understand each other at the end of the
day. Right? Yeah.
Anyway, it's been 16 minutes. You haven't say a joke.
Yeah. I've been trying to rein it in. So.
Do you have one?
Oh, do you want one?
Yeah, I want one.
All right. So I went. Zoe's like, no. All right. So I went to the doctor yesterday, and the doctor was like, Jonah, you got to quit eating so much deli meat. And I was like, are you serious? Why? And he's like, yeah, you're gonna have to quit cold turkey. I don't know if how well that translates.
That's pretty good.
Oh, thanks.
Okay.
The CHENA.
Oh my God.
Thank you very much. Okay, let's move back to the serious moments.
Yeah. I'm crying. What the? Gosh, what?
So it does translate well. Okay.
You know, Italian people love every day. And cry.
Okay, let's talk a little bit about your influences. So, which are the albums and the bands that have influenced you the most?
I mean, I think all the normal answers, of course, Nightwish, Epica, Within Temptation, etc. But for me, I also listen to a lot of progressive bluegrass, believe it or not. I love bluegrass. I love old country as well. I think I've mixed a little bit of prog and death metal into this album as well. I love death metal. I wouldn't say that we're a death metal band, but I love the style of death metal. So Dark Tranquility, I love Amorphous, Winter Sun. So there's a lot going on. I'm also pretty heavily influenced by this Finnish rock band called Poets of the Fall. I think lyrically they're one of the best bands out there right now. So definitely for me, there's a lot of different influences and bands going on.
Okay. CHENA?
I guess with personal influences, growing up in high school, I listened to a lot of metalcore. So I'm not ashamed to say I'm a big Bullet for My Valentine fan. I'm literally wearing the shirt. I loved like Killswitch Engage. God Forbid. So that was a lot of the stuff I listened to in high school, and like I loved classic rock as well. Was a big fan of like Uriah Heep, April Wine. I had a bunch of those type of records. I really liked everything, and I loved like melodic death metal as well. So like Carcass is like one of my favorite bands, and I really like a lot of like progressive type stuff. So I'm a big fan of like Porcupine Tree. I don't know if you've heard of them.
Wow,
yeah.
Stephen Wilson.
Anathema, Catatonia, Antimatter. So I listen to a lot of that style as well. So, and with the guitar players, Greg Howe, Paul Gilbert, lots of the Shrapnel players, Marty Friedman. Yeah.
Great. KAELEN?
Yeah, so for me, like honestly, like Epica's been up there for me, huge, obviously. Things like Behemoth and like some like Opeth. I grew up with a lot of prog rock with my dad, so like Yes, King Crimson and stuff like that really has also like brought me into like more progressive metal and things now. But like I guess like stuff like that's been more growth recently makes me think out of the box, or stuff like animals as leaders, or a lot of these like I don't know more out there bands that are currently out there, kind of getting me more. But definitely, animals as leaders is one of those ones right now.
Right. And Jonah?
Well, I don't really listen to that much metal anymore, which makes me feel old. But I don't know. I've been listening to, that was more in my 20s, I think. But I mostly just listen to film score music. So I would say my biggest influences are Hans Zimmer, John Williams, Alan Silvestri, Danny Elfman. I love Thomas Newman. It's like a love affair. If I ever meet that man, I'll break down and cry. Steve Jablonsky is awesome. He did the Transformers score.
Yeah.
So I blame him for my excessive use of epic French horn melodies. And other than that, I really like when I feel like being mellow, I listen to a lot of George Winston. If you've heard of him, he's I suppose he fits into like modern classical piano, into that category.
Okay.
I've been listening to him since I was an infant. My parents used to play a George Winston cassette tape, which was a baby in the crib. So he's in my music, and I like Enya and Yanni, like a lot of instrumental.
Yanni, wow.
Yeah, a lot of like soccer mom instrumental music. So maybe I'm a soccer mom at heart. I need to buy a minivan and drive it around and listen to Enya in it. Yeah, but I love anything that's epic, like Two Steps from Hell. Have you heard of them?
Oh wow.
Yeah, I love like anything that sort of is uplifting and epic and makes you feel like you want to go fight. Yeah. So, but it's cool because metal is so diverse, and so I can use anything that I do. I'm also a professional studio session musician, and I get hired to do metal albums that are in all the different genres. It doesn't really matter, and I can sort of incorporate influences from anything. Actually, recently I was helping KAELEN with his depth. I don't know how you would describe it, KAELEN.
So basically, I have a side project with my childhood best friend, who basically I started playing guitar and we started playing drums together. So like we have a side project that we got Jonah doing some orchestral score, and it's really cool. It's like dark, epic, and like really heavy, like death metal influences and stuff like that. But instrumental, so it's just a lot of energy.
Wow.
Yeah. So with that project, I did a lot of. I sort of like brought in some. I don't know if you're familiar with the Social Network score by Trent Reznor and Atticus Ross. I did a lot of like that kind of stuff, so, like electronic type of sounds, and mix that in with usual Jonah stuff, so French horns and everything, for KAELEN's project, which was really fun to work on.
Yeah, so hopefully by the end of the year that will be out as well. That band's called The Obsidian Paradigm, but like you'll hear more about that through like our other social media pages when it's all done and ready.
Yeah, okay. It's a good time to share some links. What do you think, Fede?
Yeah, of course. Let me check. We are for links for Zoe Mary FEDEROFF. Check her on Facebook and Instagram. Also for CHENA, Instagram and YouTube channel. We found this. All the links from KAELEN, Facebook and Spotify, right? Because its website is under construction, right?
Yeah. So hopefully that'll be up and ready too in a couple months.
Yeah, and I will update in the copy. Don't worry, man. And also for Jonah.
Guys, you will find also all the links after in the post, live post.
Yeah, in the copy.
Okay.
Right.
Thank you, guys.
No, you're welcome. You're welcome.
Good job.
I realized one thing in these days, because I like to listen very different genres of music, but every time I come back and listen to metal, it's like come back home, you know. It's like metal, wow. I don't know.
There's nothing quite like it.
Yeah. It's the same for you? Is it the same for you?
Very much so.
Yeah.
Like I'll get on like a synthwave binge thanks to Jonah, but at the end of the day, then I put on like a good old classic Iron Maiden album, and it just hits right. It hits in a way nothing else does.
Yeah. Totally.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's super good for when you like work out too.
Oh yeah.
So you can like listen to whatever, but then like when I go to the gym, I have to listen to like something to pump me up and make me feel like,
Yeah.
I'm ready for war.
Metalcore is the best for that. I mean,
No.
that's why you listen to metalcore. That's gym music.
Yeah. Oh, yes, but what about the sugar? Or caffeine, sugar, you know.
Straight into that.
Shanna, before you go work out, you should watch the movie called Pumping Iron with Arnold Schwarzenegger in it.
Oh no.
It's so good.
Yeah.
I'll check it out.
You get you so pumped up. It is incredible. You have to do it now immediately.
So you also do imitations, right?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Don't get me started.
That's pretty good.
Resident comedian in the band.
You're full of surprise, Jonah.
Yeah.
Okay, now I'm very curious. How you guys meet each other? So how Catalyst Crime Project was born?
Well, KAELEN and I used to be in another band together called Insatiate several years ago, and we opened for Xandria, Garrett's band, back in 2014 on their US tour with Delane and Sonata Arctica. And Garrett and I got along really, really well. We've been good buds ever since. So when KAELEN and I's old band broke up, it was pretty much at exactly the same time that Xandria's singer, Diana, left. And so Garrett and I started talking. We both wanted to do something new, something different. I wanted to bring along KAELEN, of course, from my other band. And so KAELEN and me and Garrett and one of our friends, Tasha, our former guitarist, got together and we're like, all right, we're going to start something new, something that's everything we felt we didn't get to do in our previous bands, and we're just going to go for it. And it was really nice because we really got to give ourselves free reign to do this the way that we wanted to do it. Garrett, gets to drum in a different way in this band than he did in Alexandria. I get to sing in different ways than I did in my old band. And then at some point, we realized that we wanted some big orchestral scores behind everything. And so Jonah had been recommended to me by a friend of mine, Sarah Tietz from Mind Maze. And so I hit Jonah up. I really liked his work. He did some amazing stuff with some of our songs. And so a few years ago, Garrett and I were in the studio in Germany recording the album, listening to Jonah's orchestral tracks. And we were drinking beer, of course, because it's Germany. And we were like, fuck it, we need to get this guy in the band, like permanently. So I think what happened, if I recall correctly, is that Garrett and I drunk called you and told you we wanted you to join the band. It's like, hey man, we love you. We want to keep you. Can we keep you? Something like that. So, and then, of course, Tasha left us a few months ago to focus on her job and career and stuff. And finding a replacement for her took a little bit of time. But CHENA, I didn't know her personally, but I had a lot of mutual friends with her, so she came highly recommended. And so she was one of the people we asked to audition. We really liked her audition, and we're like, yeah, we'd love to have her on board. Amazing. So far, I feel like we've made the right choice for sure. And then, of course, can't forget bass. My dad actually plays bass on this album. And he is the original metalhead who introduced me to heavy metal. Like, if there is a reason I'm a metalhead, it's because of my father, for sure. And so our previous bassist had a health issue and he had to step aside. And so it was a month to go until the album recordings. And I was like, where the fuck am I going to find a bassist with 1 month to go? So I called my dad, who is a very pro-level musician. He used to be in a progressive bluegrass band and did some jazz and stuff too. And he also was in a metal band back in the 80s. And I'm like, hey, Dad, would you play bass on this album? Is that weird? And he was like, oh, yeah, fuck yeah, I'll do it. So he wrote all new bass parts, recorded them, and played them on the album in less than a month. Like, he rewrote everything and played it. So he did amazing.
Great. That's great.
Really?
That's great.
Wow.
Cool dad. A cool dad.
Yeah.
Way cooler than me.
We have some questions from the
Oh,
chat.
let me check. Oh, we have some comments. Adrian Herrera says, "Saludos, Zoe."
Hi.
Hi, Adrian.
There we
And
go.
also-
Yeah.
And also our good friend Matthew Lee Anson.
Hi, Matthew.
Says, "Hey, ladies. Hi, guys. Good to see everyone."
Great to see
Hi,
you.
man. And his comments, I think it's vodka Fede normally shuts off sometimes during the stream, like it's somewhere else. It's not true. Okay, by the way. Okay, there is another comment about my water. Oh, you can really tell the difference between water and vodka unless you smell or sip some. It's water. Okay.
Or we
Okay,
could make
now
you chug
there is-
it. We could
What?
make you chug it. That would probably tell it. Like if we asked you to chug it, that would also tell us if it's vodka or water for sure.
Oh.
Like pour yourself a big glass and drink it fast, and then we'll know for sure.
Okay, I prove it.
Okay,
Water.
here we go.
As you see, you know, bubbles in vodka. No, but
Chug, 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 chug.
It's
it's
water.
water.
It's
It's
water.
water,
There we go.
guys. So, by the way, Evelyn has a question for you. One question, guys. I have my own band. Okay, we just started to come together about a year ago, but we basically just cover other artists' music. Is that a good way to start before writing our own, or should we just write our own music? I think, no matter the outcome. Yeah,
I think it depends on your goals for your band, really. I mean, what do you want to do with your band? A lot of people are looking for things that are new and are authentic to you as an artist. And so when you're starting out and you're practicing because you're covering other people's work, that's a good way to like get your skills where they need to be. But you want to, if you're an artist, you want to play things that come from you, from your soul. So I recommend, no matter what the outcome should be, that you make your own music that is authentic to you, and people will recognize it. They will recognize that it is a part of you that you are sharing with them. So work on writing your own stuff.
Yeah, and practice writing. Like the more you write, the better it gets. I find like it takes like working at that craft of writing. Like the first song you write may not be that great, and don't get discouraged. It's kind of like it is what it is. You know, like if you're used to covering other artists all the time, yeah, you might have the vibe to be able to play together, but like to write together, it does take time to come together and kind of get everyone's ideas together. You know?
Yeah.
Great answers.
Yeah, great answers. And oh, I can see a comment from Tiago Biazzi. Says, "Hello, Jonah."
What up?
And
We got a Jonah fanboy.
Catalyst Crime is great. When Jonah entered the band is great. Okay.
Well, thanks.
He's not wrong. He's not wrong. Jonah's been a great addition for sure.
I appreciate it.
Okay. I think what's Jonah? Sorry.
Oh, I was doing my 1920s flapper impersonation. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. I think we can go on with our questions.
Okay.
I'm just here for Zoe's reactions. That's it.
So if I ignore you, you'll stop. That's what you're saying.
Oh,
No.
Yeah.
oh,
I doubt
guys.
it.
I'll
Guys,
try.
we have a question from Matthew Lee Anson. Can we? I can show you. Have you of your heroes influenced your decision to use the same brand of instrument that they use? Wow. This is for you, by the way, guys.
I think that's normal. I think most of us would, gear gets recommended to us by the people we idolize when we're very young. I started using Sennheiser actually because I saw several of my favorite vocalists using it, and I loved the way it sounded. I love the quality of the product. So,
What kind of keyboard does Batman play? Because he's always been the hero.
So, like, a funny story about that, of course, is KAELEN and his Kiesel guitars. So
Yeah, well, for me, like my Kiesel guitars, I'm not. There's no guitars in particular that I was like a fan of. That I'm like, oh, I'm gonna go into this get this guitar brand. I was drawn to it simply because of the craftsmanship behind them and the amazing tone that and drive that comes with it as a guitar, and the playability. And as a more petite person, smaller headless guitars just fit me perfectly and comfortably, and I love it. So, like, it's what drew me in. It's not any particular artist.
Yeah, I agree with you, man. Totally agree with you. Yeah. What about you, Sina?
Yeah, I definitely think the artists and bands that I liked influences my gear as well. So I play Jackson guitars, and for sure, just seeing like all of those like 80s bands I loved play Jackson guitars, Marty Friedman, Adrian Smith, Phil Collin of Def Leppard. I always thought they were so cool, and Jackson guitars were just like iconic, right? And great guitars, their custom shop is great. They have super fast necks. So I love Jackson, and yeah, definitely I feel like a full-on rock star playing a Jackson guitar.
Hey, there's a guy in Def Leppard named Phil Collin.
Yeah.
All right, so here's an idea. Phil Collin from Def Leppard and then Phil Collins. They get together and they make a band, and it's called Filled Columns.
Yeah. The Phils.
why did we invite you again?
You're stuck with me.
I think he's at 3 dad jokes now.
That was better though. That was, you know what? That was off the cuff.
That was pretty good actually. That respect.
Filled columns, you know?
I liked it.
Yeah, me too.
Okay. What's about songwriting? What's the songwriting process, and how do you usually come up with your ideas?
We have really done the album you're going to hear has pretty much almost all been vocals first. That's kind of a strange way of writing, I think, for some bands, but usually I come up with a melody in my head, I come up with lyrics for it, I record it maybe with some harmonies over a click track, and then I sent it either to Jonah or to KAELEN to add either guitars first or orchestrals first, and then we just kind of built the songs around the vocals every time. I think with the next album, we're going to be doing some different forms of writing. We might do some guitars first songs, some orchestrals first songs, but this album that you're going to hear, everything was built around the vocals.
Interesting. We never try this kind of songwriting. We usually come up with some guitar riffs, and then we rehearse together, or we try to develop a concept, like in our third album that is a concept album. So we write a story, and then we try to write a music that could represent some feelings or some atmospheres. I think we never try to start from vocal lines. It's interesting.
Yeah.
You got to remember, like, it's important for a band to be flexible, to be able to write from different bass lines. But at the same time, people sing along with the vocals. And this is not me saying that my job is somehow the most important in the band. I know it's not. But at the same time, what people sing along with are the vocal lines. And so to put an emphasis on that so that they're things that people can join into, can participate with. That's been really important to us with this album.
Zoe, should we do on live right now? Like sing a line, and I'll make music behind it real quick.
Wow, that could be great.
Wow.
Yeah.
Why not?
We can fall on our knees, we can pray to heaven to relieve us of all we've come to know.
So yeah, that's how it's done.
That's how long it's been done. Yeah.
Very cool.
Great, guys.
Great.
Amazing.
Yeah. Thank you.
That's why we keep you, even though you have all the stupid dad jokes. That's why we keep you. So
All I ask in return is some really good Mexican food at Nico's and Elvira's.
it will happen. It's going to happen. Actually, I think it's funny because in our credits booklet, the booklet for the album, we specifically thank Nico's Taco Shop and Elvira's tequila bar in our thank you credits, because my God, I have to say the tequila and the tacos made this album possible for sure.
Thank you, guys, for this moment. I have
Yeah.
goosebumps.
Yeah, it's cool. It was cool.
Great job.
Yeah.
Okay, let's talk a little bit about the future. So, what are the plans for you and the band in the future?
Oh, we have a tour coming up this fall in Europe with Leaves, Eyes, and Temperance. We're really excited for this because, of course, everyone is waiting for tours to come back right now. We all miss live shows. So getting to hit the road, our first tour with two bands we really respect. Of course, Temperance being from Italy, like you guys.
Yeah.
Then we have Leaves Eyes, a German and Finnish band. And Alex from Leaves Eyes actually produced our album. So we love, and their guitarists, Tasso and Mickey, also contributed some guitar work to the album as well. So we know these guys. We're really excited to be on the road with them.
And where did you will go? Where?
For the tour?
Yeah.
It's a European tour. I don't have a list of the dates in front of me right now, but we're going to be going through Germany, the Netherlands, the Czech Republic, Austria. So it'll be a nice first run with the album for sure.
And Switzerland too.
And Switzerland.
And what about Italy?
Do we have Italian dates this tour? I'm not sure. We'll have to check.
I don't think so.
If not, we will be there soon. I'll put it that way. We're going to be there soon.
I hope so. But have you ever been in Italy?
Yeah, I love it. It's amazing. Absolutely amazing. Yeah, I had a very difficult time enjoying it last time I was there because I broke my ankle. But beautiful country.
Wow.
Yeah, my father used to actually work in Italy. He was he lived in Milan for 6 years, so I would always visit Milan every year.
Wow.
Yeah.
Do you like
Jealous.
it?
I loved it. It was always like such a nice summer. We'll go to like Venice and all the nice Lake Como, all those nice places.
Oh wow.
It's a gorgeous country.
Yeah.
You guys definitely have like the best food in the world. We all know this. The best wine, so.
Thank you.
If you ever come back in Italy in the future, just write us because we can meet each other and Fede will cook for you.
Yes.
Really? Oh, really?
So-
Okay.
Yes, please.
I will do.
You said the magic words.
I will do. I don't know what dish, but yeah.
We are actually going to do this. You guys, I hope you're not just being polite because we're actually going to do this now.
We're all going to go to your home and expect you to cook for us.
We will do this.
Yeah.
We will be there.
Do you have any of you already told you a little bit, but do you have any other projects besides Catalyst Crime?
A couple of us are going to be on the new Vivaldi Metal Project album that's coming out this year. So Jonah's going to be on there. Garrett's going to be on there. I'm going to be doing some things on there. So that's really exciting. I don't know if I can talk about anything else that I'm doing right now. How about you guys?
Top secret.
Okay.
But definitely look out for the Vivaldi Metal Project album. It's going to be awesome.
Yeah, I just had my personal stuff on the Spotify link that's up there. And I mentioned before, I have like a side project with my best friend that hopefully by the end of the year we'll be done everything and releasing that as well. But besides that, Catalyst Crime's my big focus.
Yeah, I do collaborations and stuff often. I work with a rapper actually. We do a rap metal crossover.
Oh,
So,
Cool.
yeah.
That's cool.
Hella cool.
Yeah.
yeah.
If you ever need some sick beats, hit me up.
I will.
Great. And all of you guys are. Do you have other jobs, or you only are musicians?
I'm also for the past year during the pandemic, actually, I've also been a long-term substitute music teacher for elementary kids. So that's been really awesome. I've really enjoyed that. That's mostly I've just been doing things in and around music. I write lyrics for other bands as well, whose first language is not English. So I helped out with lyrics for other artists working for the Vivaldi Metal Project. I did some lyrics for a band from Finland called Clown Parade. I did some lyrics for a new band from Norway called Confidential that Jonah is also doing some guest work for. So a lot of my work is I write English lyrics for bands.
Nice.
Great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was just jumping off a work meeting. I definitely have a day job. It's in corporate finance. So yeah, it takes my daytime and yeah.
I already feel just so intellectually inferior. Like,
No,
I
don't worry.
can't
I'm on the creative side of things. I'm on the marketing team, so
No, wow.
And yeah, I'm a studio musician. You know, I work with bands from all over the world doing orchestration on their albums, writing songs for them. I have a video game soundtrack coming out this year.
Whoa.
Yep, that I also got to be the executive creative consultant for. It's called Ninja Brigade, and so I got to do like a really cool synthwave soundtrack for it. And yeah.
What's the name of the video game?
It's called Ninja Brigade.
Ninja Brigade.
Ninja Brigade. Okay.
Yeah, so it'll be out on like some whatever those things are where you download video games that the kids play these days. And maybe Nintendo Switch, I think too.
Oh, Switch. Yeah,
Oh,
that's cool.
Yeah,
great.
and I'm actually the main character in the video game also. So that's what happens when you let me be the creative consultant. You know.
That sounds like a joke.
No, it's for real.
No, he is.
Really?
Oh,
Yeah,
It's awesome.
yeah. It's like a side scroller.
wow.
Great.
Yeah.
I have to play.
Working on some new Pyramid songs right now too in the studio. That's what I was doing today. Our last album came out on AFM Records called Epitaph. That came out in November.
I love that.
Critical acclaim. Yeah.
It's a great album. It's fantastic.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, I have a not super interesting work situation. I used to be a massage therapist until the pandemic, and then I veered away from that and started kind of working as a caregiver for the elderly. So yeah, I do that along with like manual labor and like landscaping. So just stuff to pay the bills, you know, in between other contract projects and music related.
Okay.
I think being a caretaker is an interesting job. You know, I mean, you're out there like literally like saving the world right now, helping elderly people during a pandemic. So what you're doing is way more important than what most of us are doing.
For sure.
Sorry,
honestly, I got that job because of all my neighbors here, all the old people in my neighborhood, and then next thing you know, like I got this job and I'm helping all these old people, and it's a thing.
Wasn't when Jack Nicholson was in The Shining, wasn't he the caretaker?
I'm not going to dignify that with a response. You can if you want to.
I just did. It's too late.
I'm trying to remember that movie.
And then respond, so I win.
Oh, you too.
Okay, now it's time to talk about hobbies and interests besides music. So usually this time of the chat
Yeah.
is very funny.
Yeah.
So what about you guys? Your hobbies and interests besides music?
I love hiking. I love hiking, especially with my daughter. We make it a point to do several different hikes every month in our local area. I live in Tucson, Arizona, so there's amazing mountains to go exploring. And then I also love baking. And I have 5 guinea pigs. I love guinea pigs. They're just awesome. So.
Oh, really?
Wow.
What's their names? What are their names?
One more time.
Sorry, their names.
Oh, the guinea pigs' names. Well, my daughter names all of them. Their names are Lola, Pumpkin, Shadow, Clover, and Moonlight.
Oh, great.
And yeah, and she's already saying that she wants me to get her some more. They're like potato chips. You can't stop getting rid of them. So lots of guinea pigs.
So
Is Shadow the most I don't know, dark or the most big? So he does shadows. No.
He's a big black guinea pig, and I wanted to name him Peter Steele, but my daughter doesn't know who that is, so she was like, "No, his name is Shadow, Mom." I'm like, "All right, fine."
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, I too really I go with nature most of the time. Like hiking. I have my cats, so I have 5 cats. So guinea pigs, cats, whatever pets.
That's awesome.
But yeah, but I recently got a cottage like up north here. I live in Montreal, and I got a little further north from the city, near some ski mountains. A cottage that I've been renovating, so I've been putting a lot of time to that, and I'm gonna be turning the garage into a studio. So that's a big project to take on. So like, I like doing home improvement and like landscaping and nature stuff. So it's like it's a bit of both worlds when I'm up there, because like it's got a beautiful like forest to go hiking in, and then at the same time I get to do all sorts of fun little like renovations, keeping myself busy. So I like the simple things.
Kay's
Did
a
you say you
hobbit.
have 5 cats?
I'm a hobbit, pretty much. Yeah,
Did you say you had 5 cats?
I do have 5 cats.
Wow, that's crazy. I love that. I love cats.
Kay, I want to come visit you and hang out with your cats. I mean, and
Yeah.
Honestly, they'll be all over you, Jonah. Straight up.
I want to go to your cottage. You have a cottage now. You haven't invited. Well, I guess it's a pandemic. That's why you haven't invited me. But yeah.
I was up there a couple days ago, and like I was just thinking, like yo, when Zoe's here, she's gonna be like, "Oh my god!" And like, just I could already see the bathroom with all your stuff in it.
You know me. You know me.
Oh, I do. I know how you explode everywhere. I'm like, okay, I'm ready.
Just like a glitter bomb.
Pretty much.
What about you, Chena?
Hobbies aside from music, non-music really. I like so I like exercise. I played tennis. I played tennis and golf. I used to play those 2 sports actually competitively in high school. So whenever I have a chance to play, go to a golf range, I never miss that. So I do that. Pre-pandemic, I would always travel. I love just like taking trips and doing random things, going to random places. So that was always a thing. And yeah, I think those are the main things.
Well,
And the stock market too.
Yeah. The crypto market. Well, you hate crypto, but right. But yeah, I'm like I'm a crypto head. So I watch YouTube and all of that stuff, and
why don't you suggest us some crypto?
maybe on another call.
I have questions actually. I might bother you about that later. So
don't get into crypto. It's too volatile. That's my 2 cents.
Well, you know what? Actually, funny story today. I just got off a call with the the chief marketing officer of the company I work for, and she literally quit because she invested in Bitcoin with her family a few years ago. And she was like, fuck you guys, I'm rich, I'm moving on, and I'm going to go work for a crypto company now. So she's like, just completely just left us.
Dream, like become a millionaire, quit your job, and just be like really like yeah, bye, kind of about it.
Yeah, I know she literally did that today, and I was like, awesome, good for you.
Yeah, in the office, fuck you, people.
Yeah, it was literally like that.
And that's why you are now interested in crypto.
Well, it's been a bit since I started getting interested in it, but yeah.
Okay, we will do another live chat about this.
Yeah. Now, which is the value of the Bitcoin right now?
I think it's 63,000 today.
Oh, it's a lot of money.
Yeah. Anyway.
What about you, Jonah?
Hobbies outside of music. Probably my cats, Forrest and Bruce. They're pretty much my whole life. But I also really like comedy and stuff like that.
No way.
Yeah. Coffee. And I try to work out as much as I can. Although lately I've been more into taking naps. I think I'm getting older, but yeah, that's about it. I'm actually surprised that Forrest and Bruce haven't been in here visiting. Oh, my girlfriend just texted me. She said Wingspan. Yeah, we're addicted to this game called Wingspan.
Wingspan.
Yeah. It's a really nerdy bird game. We play a couple times a day usually. So yeah.
What is it?
Like a bird watching game?
It's like an engine building board game. So yeah, it's super nerdy, but it's very addictive. If you like birds too, So.
Good to hear.
I know about you, a lot more things about you, John.
Yeah.
Yeah. I Oh, Mallory says Bruce is sleeping on the bed. Okay. Well, bring him down here so everyone can meet Bruce.
Yeah, bring them.
Yeah.
Bring them.
Yeah.
She's gonna bring Bruce down.
In the meantime, we have some comments.
He's my buddy. He's my child.
Okay.
Yeah.
You have the cat dad side.
Yeah.
You have some comments? Read Fede.
I really like eating chicken wings also. That's kind of a thing I do a lot. I'm a chicken wing fan.
It's all about birds.
Oh, so he's like, is this a setup for a joke? Oh, here comes Brucey.
Oh, hey, Ruth.
I was bracing myself, so.
Hey.
Hi. Oh, it's a tuxedo cat.
Well, man.
Yeah.
Ruth. Hi.
So cute.
Bruce, you're famous in Italy
Oh.
now.
Oh, look at him loving you.
So cute.
Yeah.
I was
He's my
sleeping.
boy.
He's so cute.
This is my better half, Mallory.
Hi.
Hi, Mallory.
Hi. Nice to meet you.
Jonah, I feel like black and white cats, like the tuxedo cats, are the best. Like they're just the most friendly. They're like little humans.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's a buddy. Oh,
Yeah.
Okay, bye.
Bye, Bruce.
Oh yeah, he's sore because we woke him up from his nap. You want to see him get treats?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. Come on. It's lunchtime. Yeah.
Have some treats, buddy.
Didn't they release this book about metalheads and their cats? You remember that?
Yeah.
It was like a calendar.
That was an amazing book. That was amazing.
My book
Hey,
calendar.
Zoe.
Mm-hmm.
Zoe, do you know what cats eat for breakfast?
I don't know if I should let you continue or if I should shut the computer down right now. But okay, go ahead.
I don't know, Jonah.
Mice Krispies. Mice Krispies.
I think I see the comment that they're trying to direct us to, actually, because I'll let you guys go ahead and read that comment, and I'll give my answer.
Yeah,
because,
let's read some comments.
Yeah. Well, whoa, a lot of comments, by the way. Let me. Okay.
This is for us too.
Thiago Blasi says, Jonah always brings some new energy in any band that you play because of you. I'm a huge fan of Paramites and Soilwork too. And I hope that you and Catalyst Crime bring some new songs after this situation of coronavirus, man. I was on Jonah.
Yeah. Yep, that's the plan.
Okay, there is a question from Andre M. Say, what get you guys more anxious? Sorry, the first show after pandemic or the reaction of the fans of Jonah's joke and meet and greet?
The latter.
The latter, for sure. The latter, unanimously, the latter.
Yeah,
And
I'll make sure I have a fresh joke for every show.
For every fan who talks to you, something new, something fresh.
Everyone gets their own joke. Everyone has to get their own individual joke, Jonah. If you're gonna do this, do it right.
Go all the way.
Yeah, all right. So I'll have hundreds of jokes for every show.
Just cue cards, pull them out of your pocket. You get this one. All right. Yeah, prep them for tour.
But his delivery is what makes it. He has to also deliver it too. So
And,
I definitely want to tour with you guys. So I have to see all the jokes.
Right now.
I think it's so weird. We're very happy to tour with Italians anytime. So I have to say, Temperance has never offered to cook for us. Now I feel like I have to write them and be like, hey, just so you guys know, I feel like there's something lacking here in our touring relationship because you've never told me you're going to cook for me. Whereas, Ravenscry, they say they're going to cook for me. So
That's right.
That's right.
I'm still improving my cooking skills, so
you can test it out on us. I don't think we're going to mind. You can make it 5 times. Yeah. Oh yeah.
Okay, fine.
Great. Then we have some hearts.
Oh yeah, about Jonah's.
Think about the cats.
Your biggest fan.
Yeah. I love cats.
Another kitty?
Yeah.
Wow.
Okay, guys. Do you see any TV series, Netflix, or movies? Your favorites?
So many. Oh boy.
Have you seen What We Do in the Shadows?
So
Heard of it.
It is like The Office, but with vampires. And I know that sounds it sounds so ridiculous.
Oh, okay.
Sounds weird.
Yeah, well, they did the movie a few years ago, and the movie was great. But the movie was so successful that they did a TV show based on the movie now, and it's amazing. It's like this mockumentary, this documentary crew following around this small coven of vampire roommates in modern day Staten Island. And so it's ridiculous because the vampires dress, of course, like they live in the 1800s. And they can't go out in the sunlight, and they're trying to navigate this modern American world as vampires, and it's just absolutely hysterical. I cannot recommend that series enough.
That's the one with Kayvon Novak, right?
Yes, yeah, I love him.
Fun fact: a few years ago, when I lived in London and I was a student, I used to do like extra work, and I did a show with him. Like he had a show called like British Today. It had like 6 episodes, and I was on the show where he like dressed like a drag queen, and we literally went on the streets of Essex, and he was trying to like pick up guys, and I'm like his wing woman. It was like super funny.
What?
Send this to me. You have to send this to me.
I will try and find it. It's like on it. So they canceled the show, but it was episode 6, and the show was called British Today. I think.
That's
I think you can
amazing.
find on Channel 4, but yeah.
I have to go hunt this down now. That's amazing. That is, he's an incredible actor. He's also
really
very
funny.
he's also very good looking, I might add. So if you still
He's
have his
really
contact
tall.
info-
He was like a giant. I was like, what?
Speaking of drag queens, I've been watching a lot of drag.
I have a movie podcast with my girlfriend Mallory that you met.
Oh yeah.
It's called Movie Lovers Podcast, and it's on Spotify and everything like that. And her and I every week we take turns picking a movie, and then we watch it, and we have categories. And so if you like, if you find me amusing or entertaining in any way, then you would definitely like the podcast.
I do not, so I'm never going to listen to that podcast.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Actually, it's good. It's a good podcast. Go ahead, Kay.
All good. I just continue from the drag comment before. I've just been watching a lot of RuPaul's Drag Race with my roommate and my girlfriend, and so I'm all caught up finally. So like, yeah, I've been rocking that, and I'm like, damn.
That's like the best mindless TV is RuPaul's Drag Race. I could watch that all day on a lazy day.
So good. So good.
Yeah. I think I've watched probably everything on Netflix at this point. But I'm watching right now. I discovered the show randomly called Halt and Catch Fire. I don't know if you've heard of it, but it's like about this like genius or whatever in the 80s. It basically shows like the early stages of like the internet and like just the computer industry in like the 80s. It's super interesting. But
I'd watch that.
Yeah, super cool.
Very interesting.
Cool.
Right now, I'm watching I don't know if it's still in your country, but the series, the TV series.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
That's a good series.
Yeah,
Wow.
I binged that so hard. It was so good. Yeah.
When's the new season?
Sorry,
The new season, right, comes out soon. This is the one with
really?
crazy guy, right?
Right now. Yeah, I'm still finished the first series.
No, that
First
guy's
season.
crazy.
Yeah, it's it's a strong series. Emotional.
The acting's incredible. Especially the main character. Like, oh my gosh.
Yeah. And sometimes I switch to Rick and Morty too.
I love Rick and Morty. Yeah.
If you like Rick and Morty, you got to check out Solar Opposites on Hulu. It's made by the Rick and Morty guys, and they even do the voices.
Oh, really?
And everything. It's so funny.
Oh, which is the name? Sorry.
Solar
Title?
Opposites.
Solar Opposites.
I keep meaning to check it out. So it's
I
good.
think Hulu is in Italy too. I don't know.
Hulu? I don't know. Yeah.
Yeah, let me check.
Yeah.
It's
But I'm
like
sure there's got to be some way for you to watch it in Italy.
Doesn't Rick and Morty come back this summer? Like in June or something?
I don't know. I just finished the first season, right?
Oh, you just finished season 1?
Oh, you have a lot. You have a crazy ride.
Oh,
on it.
right. I don't think I've seen the last season. I think there was a new season last year, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So
And
seen that.
in Italy here they just break up the season in 2 parts. So I think, if I'm not wrong, the first 4 episodes come to Italy, and then we had to wait 3 months for the others episodes. So it was really struggle.
That sucks. That really sucks. Yeah.
I want to finish this series, this season. By the way.
Okay, guys, we are near to the end. So we used to ask our guests to do a very official final speech. So if you guys want to share some final thoughts, it's your time.
This sounds like Zoe's department because she's very good at final speeches.
I'm
As long as
struggling.
Zoe doesn't end it with a dad joke, I think Zoe will be happy.
I think because I have nothing profound. I'm trying to think of something profound to say. I have nothing profound to say because we've spent this whole year on the internet trying to inspire each other with profundity in various ways. I think I'm totally out. So I think Jonah should close this out with a dad joke for sure.
With a dad joke. All right.
I'm giving you permission, so enjoy it.
All right.
That'll be a good one.
So there's two wind turbines on a hill. Do you guys know what a wind turbine is? The big, power generator things. Okay, so there's two wind turbines on a hill, and after 10 years goes by, one of them says to the other one, "Hey, we've been up on this hill, and I realized I've never asked you what kind of music you like." And so the other wind turbine says, "Well, I've always been a big metal fan."
That was a good one.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I think it is one of the best final speech we have.
Yeah, I think so, Mauro. I think so.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Okay, let's share all the guys' names another time.
Yeah.
So people who are watching us, let's check it out.
So
Catalyst Crime and all the musicians here, because they are great and very interesting.
Yeah.
So check it out
on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, YouTube channel.
Thank you to Ravenscry. Wait, thank you to you guys. I mean, thank you for having us on. This was a lot of fun, actually. Thank you.
Yeah, thanks for accepting our invitation. It was very, very funny, very interesting to listen to you. Yeah. And just a couple of announcements before closing. Don't forget to set a reminder on our Facebook page and YouTube channel so you won't miss our next live chat. And follow our playlists, Ravenscry Metal and Rock Guests, when you will find one song of each one of the band that we have here in the live chat, and you will find also a song of Catalyst Crime. So don't miss it.
Yeah.
And today it's One Way Out, our first album 10th anniversary. So we are selling our limited edition vinyl of it. Yeah. And there are only a few copies, so hurry up.
Yeah.
And that's it. Thanks again, guys, for being with us. It was great.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks for having us.
It was fun.
It was really, really fun.
Good night or good morning or good afternoon to everyone.
Part of the world. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye, everyone.